Welcome to Getscope.com. Today I'm going to help you set up a project within Getscope. With Getscope, you are able to do great things, and I will show you how. We start with the dashboard, where all your projects soon will be listed. We've already added 2 projects in there as an example so that you can get a bit of an idea how Getscope works. Also, your to-do list is shown on the right of the screen. Here you will find all the tasks that have been assigned to you, but more on that later. Let's create a project so we can show you how to get started with Getscope. To create a project, click on the Create Project button at the top left. This is your starting point for creating your projects. As you can see in the example, you can choose from a number of different project types. We name our project Launching Company Website because who doesn't want a new beautiful website? And we choose the Kanban method so that we get a well-organized board with columns and titles above where we can add all our tasks. This is our project, as you can see from the extra menu that is shown. We will walk you through this. We start with the Epic menu known as Categories. In this overview, you create your categories under which you can group your activities. Let's make it easier for ourselves and let's create a few categories. Under each category, you can create tasks again. You can assign these to your team members once you've invited them, but more on that later. You have just created the first part of your project. Now it is time to invite your team members. Let's do that. Go to the Team menu item and add your team members there. Once you've invited team members and they've accepted your invitation, you're ready to start the project with them and assign them tasks. To do so, we go to Backlog. Your backlog is meant to organize all your tasks and work that you still have to do. These can be activities that come to mind by chance, but you can also ask your team members if they want to fill the backlog with all the activities for which they are responsible. You can easily adjust all your columns and titles under Settings, but to help you organize your work, we have already created some column titles. All the tasks we just created under Epics will automatically appear in the first column Inbox. Some tasks are created. Now it is time to assign them to your team members. They are still waiting to get the work done. Once you have created a task and you click on it, the menu will appear. In this menu, you can see all the different options that you can assign to your tasks. For example, assign team members, prioritize tasks, add attachments, create subtasks, and much, much more. We have divided your project into categories and created tasks on the backlog. So let's go to the central hub of your project, which is the board. The board is the most important overview of your project. This is where all the magic is going to happen between you, your project, and your team members. To add activities to your board, click the Show Backlog button in the top right corner. If you click Backlog, a menu will expand on your screen and you will see the filter option in blue at the top of this screen. These are the titles of the columns in your backlog. As soon as you click on one of the columns, the created tasks will appear and you can slide them into your board. We can't make it any easier for you. Your board is now filled with tasks. Your team members are invited and you can get started. If you want to have a breakdown of your work, you can create multiple subtasks per task. You can also prioritize your work so your team members know exactly which tasks they are assigned to and which to pick up first. And if you have any questions about certain activities, you can ask your teammates via the comments, who will then get a notification from Getscope. Finally, during the intro, we also talked about another handy feature, and that is the to-do list. The to-do list is based on the getting things done principle. Make sure everything you need to do for a project is out of your head and in Getscope. Do more and experience less stress. Sounds good, right? The to-do list works as follows. You select a task, go to the submenu, and enter a date in the properties. This is the date you want the task to be done. Then assign tasks and work to yourself or to your team members and attach a date for the deadline. In this way, all work that you assign to yourself will appear in your dashboard or in your team members' dashboard. Are they done? Just cross them off your to-do list. And believe me, that feels good. In this way, you only have to focus on the work you are going to do that day. Easy, right? You are now completely ready to get started with Getscope yourself.